Well, the Steelers' grasp of the top spot in the AFC North quickly evaporated in Chicago. Baltimore jumped Pittsburgh for first place following Week 12, and now the Steelers and the Bills are both in second of their respective divisions. For much more on what to expect on Sunday, it's time for Keys to the Game presented by your neighborhood Ford store. Let's send it over one final time to Bob and Coach.
All right, Missy, thank you. This is a big matchup. Buffalo comes to town, 425 on KDKA. Should be outstanding. Coach, let's talk about what you have to do to prevail in this game, because it's going to be one of those games that you look back on and say, this is a key matchup, and it could determine a lot of things moving forward.
Yeah, time of possession is big. We got to minimize our exposure to Josh Allen. How do you do that? We got to be good on possession downs on defense, but we also got to be good on possession downs on offense. And a component of that is being in very manageable possession downs. Last week we talked about the Bears, for instance, were second in the league in third down conversions. We talked about how important was it for us to be in third and manageable. I think we had 7 or so third down and 3 or less situations in that game, and I think we converted 6 of the 7. And so that's how you stay on the field. That's how you possess the ball. I think we had 34 minutes or something time of possession a week ago. That's a formula in terms of keeping pace with this group, minimizing our exposure to Josh Allen, putting ourselves in an advantageous position to determine the significant moments in the latter stages of the game.
Broderick Jones won't play. Who takes his place, and how impactful must that person be in that position?
Thankfully, we have 2 veteran backup offensive linemen in Pete and Calvin, and both guys are really capable. Calvin's always done a nice job for us, being able to step up in a moment's notice. And Pete is a guy that we're really excited about having because of his resume, his experience. He's been a global starter, a wide starter. He was drafted in the first round. He's got that pedigree. And I'd imagine in some combination or another, we're going to need both moving forward down the stretch.
Matt Williamson with you for the next 2 hours here, Matt, on what is one of the weirdest days of the year.
It's such a strange day. I was going to ask you the same thing about it.
Like, I feel like we should be used to this because Thanksgiving's always on a Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like Christmas where it moves around.
Oh, no,
and,
right.
It can really change.
It's
if it's
always on a Thursday.
Christmas on a Tuesday is much different than Christmas on a Friday, you know? But yeah, Black Friday always feels weird because like 80% of people are out shopping and sleeping and, eating leftovers, and like 20% of people are working, and
do people still get up at like 3 a.m. and get in line for
some people
Target
do.
and stuff like that too?
I don't think it's clear. It's clearly not as big of a deal as it used to be because so much stuff is online now.
Yeah.
But I think with certain things, like I feel like electronics is still a big one. Like, you go to the store, you get the really good deals on TVs and, and stuff
something
like
you
that.
want to like get your hands on and look at too, as opposed to online.
And I'm sure someone who does this regularly would tell us like the stores are cutting deals that you can't get online because they still want people coming into the brick and mortar storehouse and not just ordering everything. But it's definitely much tamer than it was.
It has to be
10, 20 years ago.
Along those lines, like usually, South Hills Village is between my parents' house and my house. So we pass it on the way home from Thanksgiving every Thursday,
Probably
every
chaos.
night. And last night it wasn't. Like just looking at like Target and stuff. Now we left my parents earlier than usual. It was only like 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, but we passed South Hills Village. But sometimes we've left there at midnight, and it's insane.
You can't even get in the parking lot, hardly type thing.
My wife comments, she's like, every time we go by here every year, it's nuts, and there's no one in like the Target parking lot. But I mean, we were a little early, but still,
well, like the
people
open
done doing
up on Thursday night became a thing for a while too.
I think that's what I mean.
Yeah.
They were waiting, I guess, for midnight,
10 o'clock or midnight or whatever.
Maybe
it
that's
was.
done.
I don't know. I hope so.
I'm not sure you could pay me enough to go do that.
You could not.
You're right.
I did Black
Friday. The best deals ever.
I did Black Friday proper with my I have a bunch of aunts and cousins that it was like a tradition. Like they'd get up at 4 a.m. on Black Friday, and they'd all pile in the minivan, and they'd be gone for 12 hours. Like they'd hit Ross Park Mall and Robinson, and
knock out all your Christmas shopping,
everything,
and buy a TV and whatever. Yeah.
I don't think there's as much of that anymore, and I did do that with them one time, and the whole time I was like, "What am I doing?"
I would hate every second.
Got a couple of DVDs for like $3, but other than that, I was just standing in lines.
It wasn't worth my entire day.
Fighting soccer moms the entire day. But yeah, I hope everybody listen. If that is your thing, I hope you got some good deals. I hope you're enjoying it. My thing would be to sit around and just watch football all day, Matt, because there's college games on all day.
I love that there's an NFL game, too.
Obviously, the Black Friday Amazon game as well, too, which, man, I'll tell you what, be rushing home because all my Philly in-laws are in town, and they were...
We're recording this a little early.
We're recording this a little earlier today for full transparency because I think everybody understands that.
Oh,
the Philly in-laws. You know, my dad's from Chicago, so last yesterday at Thanksgiving dinner, he was kind of winding them up a little bit, about the Bears.
Okay.
So I'm sure I'll be walking back into Civil War here. I'll be walking back into a big Eagles and Bears powwow and some great college football games on now and all night. And so, yeah, hope you had a good Thanksgiving, dude. It was a nice day yesterday.
Yeah, it was. And along those lines, too, like a lot of people asked me in the last few days, too, or even like, my aunts and uncles from last night are like, so you're off tomorrow? I'm like,
nope.
Off tomorrow?
No chance.
I have never not had a Black Friday. It's the middle of the season. What are you talking about? They played 3 games yesterday. There's a game going on right now. There's Steelers playing 2 days. There's no way I'm off tomorrow.
This is the first Black Friday I've worked in a long time. I think probably since I was with the hockey team out of college because we'd always have games on Black Friday. And,
oh, okay.
Yeah, big weekend of games and that type of thing.
Season, right? Penguins play today.
Yeah,
you're right. Yeah.
But Moats and I never did a show on Black Friday.
Really?
But I guess that's just what happens when you move up into the big chair here.
Into
the big leagues with Matt Williamson.
You're in
on
demand
the
now, dude.
Baby,
Right.
On video and
What,
everything.
Are we not going to do a Steeler preview? Come on now.
I am wearing well, we could have done one on Wednesday, but I digress. I'm wearing my
a lot of news since then, though.
My Thanksgiving best. That's true. Right. I'm wearing my Thanksgiving best. I got my Steelers hoodie. I got my Under Armour sweatpants on. As we're ready to rock and roll here on a Black Friday, and of course set the stage for what is a massive game Sunday, 4:25 at Acrisure Stadium. Matt, real simple question for you to get us started today: who needs this one more, the Buffalo Bills or the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Well, I mean, just watching those 3 games yesterday, what a disaster the division and the entire conference is.
Lord,
I mean, a disaster.
Lord,
right? Like,
if this was college football and everybody did the SEC versus the Big Ten thing that people love to do in college football, my goodness, the NFC is boat racing the AFC so far this year.
Destroying them. So a couple notes. I mean, this isn't exactly what you asked, but I mean, like...
Oh, this is when the good stuff happens, though.
I brought it up kind of joking a week or 2 ago. Like, out of the 4 elite quarterbacks, 2 of whom faced each other yesterday, Mahomes and Steelers will face Allen, we might get none. I mean, I kind of said it then. I'm like, how many are we going to really get? And there's a chance you get none, 2 at most.
I'd still be shocked if the Bills didn't make the playoffs.
Me too. But if they lose to the Steelers...
Even if the Steelers win...
Yeah.
I'd still be shocked if they don't make the playoffs. But if they lose the Steelers, it's a real possibility they could miss.
And
they're
then
certainly not winning the division if they if they fall to 7-5.
I'm on a group text with all my buddies, and someone puts out there, who's the best team right now in the AFC? And there's no good answer. Not who's going to win the most games or who's going to get the 1 seed.
Probably the Patriots or the Broncos, obviously, but like...
Yeah, but I don't trust Denver's offense.
Lighting the world on fire. New England just kind of stumbled to a win against Cleveland.
And they lost 2 starting O-linemen, and they don't have replacements.
Cincinnati.
Yeah. I mean, I actually threw out Houston. Like, who's playing the best right now?
Ooh.
I mean, their defense is big-time legit, and Stroud's coming back, and the rest of the supporting cast
That's a great question. I don't know who the answer
to
that would be.
Is it Indy? I mean, like, who's the best team this second in the AFC?
Cool.
It's not the Ravens. I mean, it's not the Bills.
Miami Dolphins.
They're they're playing as well as anyone. That's kind of my Texans thought. And then a buddy of mine's like, would Dallas be the best team in the AFC? I'm like, yes.
It might be they certainly would be the hot in terms of this conversation.
The one playing the best right now. Yeah. I mean, like, that's the state of the conference right now, and the division's a disaster too.
It's not great, and thankfully nobody really cares about that stuff in the NFL like they do in college football. Because the NFC would certainly be having their way with the AFC this year. We saw that in Dallas, Matt, where, man, I don't know what to think about the Chiefs. Like at 6,
I didn't think they played terrible, but it's just right.
But your record is what it is at this point, and
they have no tiebreakers in their favor.
They have no tiebreakers. They
probably won't win the division. I mean, that's a real long shot.
Yeah, at this point, they're 4 games, 3.5 games behind the Broncos.
They need Denver to totally collapse.
They still have to play Houston. They still have to play the Chargers and the Broncos.
Okay, I mean they want to play the Broncos and Chargers so they can.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean at this point. But losing yesterday is brutal on them.
It absolutely is. And I'm looking here, every single one of the Chiefs' remaining games is an AFC game. Houston, Chargers.
I guess that's good for
Titans,
them.
Broncos. It is good for them, but it's also if you lose one more, you're done.
That's a good point, right?
You know,
but their back's against the wall to the point, though, that they need.
At 10-7 with no tiebreakers, you're in all likelihood not going to the postseason.
Yeah, right.
You'll miss out to like a Pittsburgh or a Baltimore or a Buffalo or
maybe Houston or Jacksonville,
who has the tiebreaker over Kansas City.
Right. I mean, you start really looking at it, it's pretty crazy. But a win for the Steelers. Say what you want about how they're playing. It doesn't matter.
Great.
To be honest with you, right? But if they win this game, which I'm not going to reveal my pick, but I'm really torn. I mean, originally I'm like, Buffalo's going to beat the Steelers, Josh. I mean, but there's a lot of problems with the Bills right now too.
Oh, there certainly is, and they've got a huge list of injury updates. Both starting tackles, Deion Dawkins and Spencer Brown, ruled out today by Sean McDermott.
That's unbelievably important.
It is.
Right,
and
right.
Hey, we just saw this with the Chargers a couple weeks ago, and the Steelers weren't able to take advantage like we all thought they would.
That's a fact.
But this is massively important. Losing both of your starting tackles. We're down Broderick Jones. And
right.
we know
3 of 4 starting tackles are out in this game.
Yes.
I mean, that's crazy.
Like, think if the Steelers were also down Troy Fautanu right now, the tune that we would be singing. Terrell
Nobody's
Bernard.
backup tackles.
Yeah.
You're right.
Terrell Bernard, backup, pardon me. I'm just thinking tackles and backups here. So both tackles for the Bills, Deion Dawkins and Spencer Brown, ruled out, along with Terrell Bernard, the linebacker, and Curtis Samuel, the wide receiver.
The receiver I don't think matters. They've been going through every receiver left and right. They cut Elijah Moore. They signed Brandon Cooks. No one other than Shakir has been super reliable. I am extremely interested to see the Kincaid situation, and I don't think we'll know that anytime soon. But that's the next one, and if they're without him, man, you're picking some of the hardest guys to replace. But Bernard is their best middle-of-the-field defender. And, I mean, there's some things about this game that are just really interesting, bizarre, is like if you just look at like EPA or any advanced stat, and I'm not super big on, quote, pressures, but pressure rate. I mean, when the Steelers' pass defense gets pressure, they're basically the best pass defense in the league. When the quarterback is, quote, under pressure on that play. When they're not, they're basically like the worst.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And I think
Steelers Nation, buckle up, because Week 13 is shaping up to be an all-out war, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Aaron Rodgers, our Hall of Fame-bound warrior, is still battling that wrist injury he suffered in the gritty win over the Bengals, and now his status for the monumental showdown against the Buffalo Bills is up in the air. Head coach Mike Tomlin, always the master of controlled language, gave us a solid update, but let's be honest, Steelers Nation knows that's far from a vote of confidence. Solid isn't great. Solid isn't winning us a playoff spot. Solid is just not enough right now. Rodgers wants to play. No doubt about it. The man is a competitor through and through. But we saw it last week. He was sidelined, frustrated, watching the offense stall out, pointing out illegal formations from the bench. That's what you miss when Rodgers isn't on the field. Leadership, vision, awareness. Neck up, he's still elite. But can his wrist hold up under the pressure of a Bills defense fighting for their playoff lives? Enter Mason Rudolph. Yes, Mason. The man who's been written off, doubted, moved around, but here he is, possibly starting one of the biggest games of the season, and guess what? He almost pulled it off last week. Almost. Now, with a few more reps, a few more moments under center, can he rise and deliver when the city needs him most? Let's not forget what's on the line. This isn't just about Rodgers' health or Rudolph's redemption arc. This is about survival in the AFC. The Steelers went from leading the division to the outside looking in, 8th seed. The Ravens caught up. The Bills are breathing down our necks. And this week's game, this could be the tipping point that defines the rest of our season. The good news? Buffalo is beat up. Both starting tackles, out. Key defenders, out. This isn't the same intimidating Bill squad from earlier in the year, but don't get it twisted. They're still dangerous. Josh Allen can light it up at any moment, and if our defense doesn't show up, we're in trouble. It's do or die. It's time for our offensive line to dominate. It's time for our defense to pressure Allen into mistakes. It's time for whoever takes that first snap, Rodgers or Rudolph, to play fearless, hungry, and with the full weight of Steelers history on their shoulders. Steelers Nation, how are you feeling? Are you riding with Mason if Rodgers can't go? Do you trust Tomlin's plan heading into this must-win game? Let me know in the comments. Drop your score predictions. Tell me who you would start. And don't forget to like the video and hit that subscribe button if you bleed black and gold. This is the moment. Let's go get it. This is Steelers Nation Wire, and we're just getting started.